Hey, what's up YouTube? Steven here, and I'm back with another review video. Today I'm going to be doing a review of Assassin's Creed 3. So it's now been almost a week now since the game came out. It'll be like a week and like 2 hours, roughly. I haven't had it 2 weeks because I didn't play it until like 10 a.m. the next day, due to having to download it from the PlayStation Store and installing. But here we have like you're gonna see what's roughly the first 15 minutes. I say roughly because before this section, when I was in the car with everybody, there was a short cutscene roughly explaining the previous Assassin's Creeds with the other assassins that you play as. But I'm trying to do a review that is not filled with spoilers, so I don't want to, even though this isn't Assassin's Creed 1, 2, etc., I don't want to spoil any of the games in case somebody who's watching this is still in the middle of playing those. So the Assassin's Creed 3 takes place during the American Revolution. For the most part, there are sections where you play as Desmond, who, as anybody who's played any of the other games would know, is the main character of the entire series. But this does take place after Altair and after Ezio by a lot. Like Altair by like 500 years, maybe. No, I don't know what year Altair died, but it's way past Ezio by 200 years. So they're not going to make any kind of appearance story-wise. I think they might be referred to in the game, but I'm going to talk about whether or not I think this game is worth paying $60 for. And I've only played 7 out of the 12 sequences there are in the game. I mean, there's no secret that there's only 12 sequences. I mean, there's achievements for beating each sequence, except for the first and second one, where you have to beat both of those to get the trophy/achievement. But as for whether or not this game is worth $60, if you're a fan of Assassin's Creed, it's your typical Assassin's Creed game. So if you bought all the other Assassin's Creeds when they came out for $60, there should be no reason why you wouldn't get this one, because this one is probably the conclusion of the entire story. I don't want to get into that because that might spoil some stuff. I don't know, because again, I haven't beat the game. Normally I beat these games pretty quick, but I've been going for the 100% sync stuff, and it has been going pretty rough, so it takes a while. So if you want a game that's going to take a while, definitely try to go for the 100% sync stuff. The other thing you should know is, as of right now, I do not know of a way to replay sequences. Like, I started the entire game over just to get this beginning part, because while I'm in the middle of sequence 7 right now, I couldn't go into the pause menu and restart a sequence, this section over again. I couldn't even start sequence 1, because this isn't even sequence 1. This is before you even get into the animals. So I couldn't replay this from my playthrough. Hopefully when you beat the game there will be a way to replay stuff, but as of right now I have no idea. So I can't say whether or not you can do the 100% sync. If you miss something, you can go back to it. So right now I'm playing through assuming I can't go back, which means I'm pretty much screwed already for the 100% sync, because I messed up in 1 and 2, 3, and now I messed up in 7 in one portion. But I don't want to ruin the game any. So we're about to get thrown into the animus here.
Here we go again.
With where you just saw Desmond fainted.
Desmond?
Now he's being put into the animus, and there's going to be a little bit of dialogue. I'm going to continue talking over it because I'm not really listening to the audio. I'm just looking at the visual as to what's going on. But
So
I've really enjoyed playing this game. I've actually, haven't been doing too much on the channel per se. I have still been uploading videos daily, but I've been concentrating all my time that isn't making videos for the channel on playing through this game, because it is a really good story. It takes place in a time period in which I know very well, because I had to learn about it quite a bit in school. I want to say I had to take it. I had to learn about U.S. history 4 different years in the 4th grade. The 8th. Oh no, three different years: the 4th grade, the 8th grade, and the 11th grade, my junior year.
Okay, Desmond.
But I'm relatively familiar with the
I'd like to run a couple of quick tests.
Events that happen in this game.
All right.
The game picks up in 1735, I want to say, with another character that isn't Connor, who everybody knows is gonna be the main assassin that you play as in the game. It starts off with this might be like a small spoiler, but since we're about to play as him, it kind of gives it away that he's Connor's father. So it's not too big of a spoiler because everybody knows it's Connor, but that the main character is Connor. But we're not going to start out playing as him. We're going to start playing out as his father coming up at the end of this tutorial stuff. But it's got a really good gameplay. So kind of I'd say it's an action game, kind of. That's kind of what it's listed under, from what I've gathered, is action adventure. And it's really interesting. If you like U.S. history, it puts a spin onto the American Revolution. I'm pretty sure the events in this game don't actually happen like they do, as much as I like to say they do, but they don't. So, as for whether or not this game is worth the money, if you like action games and stuff like that, or if you saw my Dishonored my Dishonored review video / achievement guide for the first mission, Assassin's Creed is a lot like that, but without the always having to be stealthy thing, and not having, it's basically assassinating key targets kind of stuff. And there are portions where the game can seem quite repetitive, where you have to follow a person, where you have to assassinate target, go to place, etc. But overall, I think the story is really good, and I would have to say that it is pretty well worth the $60 if you're getting a relatively high amount of games a year. I mean, I'd still say the #1 game to get would have to be Call of Duty, even though Black Ops 2 isn't out. People play Call of Duty hours and hours and hours. I can't even tell you how many hours I put into Call of Duty since I started playing it. I haven't put a lot into Halo in Modern Warfare 3, but that's because I didn't care for Modern Warfare 3. But Halo as a franchise for most people, I mean, Call of Duty as a franchise for most people is highly replayable. So that would have to be #1, and then #2 would probably be Halo, because it, just like Call of Duty, has an amazing multiplayer and can go on forever. And then 3, I would have to say, would probably be this, Assassin's Creed 3, or Borderlands 2. I'd say Borderlands 2 most likely would be in the 3rd position, and this would be in the 4th. So if you get like 4 games, I would say definitely get this, because it's got a relatively long storyline. It's got, well, if you take your time, it's got a relatively long storyline. It's got side missions, stuff that you can do on the side. You don't have to just do the main story stuff and you're done. There are side missions you can go and grab and do those, rescue people, recruit assassins, etc. So we're getting acquainted right now with this character. His name is Hatham. I'm not too sure if they mentioned his name yet or not. I think they have said his name so far. Again, I haven't been listening to the audio, so I haven't. I only know based on what I'm seeing, because I can't even read the subtitles because of how my video editing software works. But here we're finding Hatham's target for this sequence, and he's up in that tower. So I'm gonna be able to show you just a small amount of the things you can do in this series, which includes climbing up stuff, climbing around these balconies on the left here is what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna talk about features in this game that you can do that I'm not gonna show you, because obviously the stuff that you can do you'll see. So stuff that's not shown in this is you can well, I don't know what it's called, sail a boat. I know there's like a technical term like captain a boat or something like that, but you can sail a boat. You can I'm trying to think. Oh, you can. There's a weapon called the rope dart that you get later. I want to say it's in like sequence 6 that you get it, where if you're standing in a tree, you can use the rope dart with the triangle, or I'm assuming on the Xbox it's Y. I couldn't tell you what it would be on the PC, but you take this rope dart and you throw it into your enemy's back, and if you hold down on the left stick or whatever it is on the PC, I would assume it's probably S, since that's the default back button for every game I know of. You'll take the rope dart that you stuck in the person's back, and you'll jump out of the tree, and you'll stick at the other end into the ground, and you'll essentially hang the person. But here's another one of the features that you can do. You can pick locks occasionally. I've only come across this like 3 times, and I don't know why, but I have some difficulties here. I'm not too sure why I had trouble. I haven't had much trouble with these before. It was just now that I had a little bit of trouble there. But I can't really seem to think of other stuff that you can do that isn't demonstrated. Obviously, you can jump off of high buildings like you could in all the other Assassin's Creeds into haystacks, and you'll survive. It's pretty cool to watch. You can jump from high places and assassinate people. But overall, I really enjoy I've said this quite a few times. It's got a pretty interesting story. Unfortunately, the one thing I don't like is they start with this character Hatham, who, in my opinion, isn't too important of a character as far as getting to the story. I think it would have been okay if they started like where they have sequence 3. Like the 3rd sequence of this game is the final sequence where you play as Hatham. I feel like that should have been the 1st sequence instead of the 3rd, and then the other 11 should have been Connor related, instead of having these 2 other randomish missions. I mean, it kind of makes sense because of what happens right here, but they could have really just had him have what he's about to get from this guy right off the bat. It doesn't seem too important to me as to why they showed this part. So this video is going to be coming to an end shortly. So my final verdict is, if you get 4 games this year, you should definitely get Assassin's Creed as one of them. But if you're only getting like 1 or 2 games, definitely I'd have to say Black Ops 2 or Halo 4, which actually is coming out as this is uploading, because after I finish recording this audio, I'm actually going to head over to GameStop to pick up Halo 4, which there will be a review for in about a week when Black Ops 2 is coming out. So I'm gonna head out to go get Halo 4, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up rating, and if you would like to see more gameplay videos, be sure to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in the next video, and I hope you enjoy that guy getting tackled for no apparently good reason. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.